Kamala Harris and the ABC News moderators. Because that was a 3 against 1. They was acting like the moderators now. They acting like they're fact-checking him, yet they never tried to fact-check Kamala, and she was up there lying like a mother.
And translator goes, and Trump goes, tell him
Tell him what I said.
Tell him what I said. Reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room.
We'll play that back one more time.
President Trump looked at the Taliban leader and said this: I want to leave Afghanistan, but it's going to be a conditions-based withdrawal. And translator translated. And he said, if you harm a hair on a single American, I'm going to kill you. And translator goes, and Trump goes, tell him
Tell him what I said.
Tell him what I said. Reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room.
I ain't even gonna frame a preface that. Tito, what you got for me after I play that clip? What's your impression? What do you think? You can go with it. 3 minutes to land your plane.
I mean, that's just Trump showing that he's from Queens. That shouldn't have surprised him. I mean, I had to explain to one of my friends on the phone earlier. He was asking about Trump and some of the things that he do. And I explained to him why, and I was like, you might not even realize, but Luther Vandross grew up in a nicer part of New York than Trump did.
Facts.
You know Luther Vandross from Manhattan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He grew up in a nicer part of New York than Trump did. Yeah, that's just Trump showing that he's from Queens. You know what I'm saying? But it's also showing that he don't have that candy ass, like Ivy League way of being brought up that a lot of these politicians have, and the ones that went to the Woodrow Wilson School of Foreign Affairs and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't think that something like that would be proper or it'd be appropriate or diplomatic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys that's in them foreign countries, a lot of these warlords and shit, you have to act like that with them. You don't really have a choice.
They only respect strength, exactly.
Yeah, like them Afghans be saying. They be saying, you Americans come here, y'all have all of the fancy watches, but we have all of the time.
It's facts. All right, I like what you did with that. So, what's your impression, sir?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, bro. People may talk cash shit about Trump, but one thing that they can respect about him is that, he'll put his nuts on the table, he'll put a gun on the table, and people can 100% respect that. Here's the thing about bullies. Bullies only prey on people who they unequivocally know that there's not going to be any equal or more strength that will be pushed up against them. Trump kind of feeds off of, that shit to where, he actually dishes the shit out, in a lot of ways. Him dishing the shit out could be a deterrence from a lot of the bullies out on the world stage and even domestically with a lot of the bullshit that goes on here too. Him getting up on stage was actually him, demonstrating, a level of strength. And, quite honestly, and consistently, he's been reportedly the person, and from what I've seen, he don't give a fuck. And this sort of world of chaos where, people are wavering and stuff like that, we actually do need, some level of, strength demonstrated, order demonstrated, And that's what that is. He's you know, his style of leadership is representative of that. So that's my take on it.
Well played, sir. And last but not least, contractor. What's your visceral, how it hits you in the gut, and how your mind translates it when you hear and see that clip? And you see how excited the brothers was telling that story. They was like, yeah. He said that shit resonates with real men. What say you?
Well, most people don't. Forgive me, I'm gonna use the whole 3 minutes. Most people don't know how that area of the world works, right? The way it works is if 2 men get into an altercation, argument, and it escalates, and someone transitions, well, that family from that point on is charged with eliminating that person. But the moment you eliminate my brother on my side, my family's charged with eliminating you. And it's just a thing where we gon' eliminate each other down to ain't nobody left. That means me, ma, grandma, grandpa, everybody got to go. Now, whoever acts fastest, that's who wins. It ain't right, but they've been around for much longer than the U.S. has. So it keeps everyone cool. By Trump putting that photo on the table and letting them know, like, yeah, everybody in the house, I'm not just willing to eliminate you, but everyone in that house. Which means I will wipe you out at a genetic level. You won't be here no more. No more cousins, no more aunties, none of that. Nah. Uncles, you got to go. I'm willing to wipe you and all your people the fuck off the map like you were never here. So, I'll pull back, but it's going to be at my pace. Another thing most people don't know is if there's a 3-mile road, right, in that area of the country, you'll have multiple warlords that rule little sections of it, right? But they all answer to one major or main dude. It's like having a bunch of mayors that all answer to a governor. Well, that governor, if things don't go right, is getting his head took off. You feel me? If he's not feeding his warlords. But at the same point in time, that governor has to also maintain order. So that means he may have to take off the heads of those mayors. When you go straight to that governor or that president or whatever you want to call it and be like, yeah, harm a hair on any one of my people's head and yours gonna roll, and I'm willing to do this. It speaks fucking volumes to fighting men. So, it wasn't just putting the nuts on the table. It was the nuts, the gun, the shit, the whole nine. Like, yeah, and what?